Well, that was on the stream. Hello, live. We're live. We are live. I guess.
Session 88.
Session 89, I think. Session 88?
Oh, you bought the thing.
Yeah, nice.
I approve.
I guess I should bring all our players onto the camera. We have Dash behind bars. We're live. We're here. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm so caught off guard by that. Let's go in, I guess. Tonight, we have been discussing names. So, of course, we have Brian as Amaedrianna. We have Ken as Dash. We have I don't know what would you get as a mix-up name? I don't even know, Roy. What do you get? Like,
Ryan? I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you Ryan. You can have Ryan as Eos.
You don't want Ryan. You don't want Ryan. Trust me.
I always want you, my friend.
We have Slizzy as Hatsu.
Slizzy.
And we have James as Weslyn. That's the closest I can get. We have Ryan as Amaedrianna, Keaton as Dash. We have Rory as Eos. We have Busy as Hatsu. We have John as Weslyn, and joining us shortly will also be what was I going to say is his fake name? What do we have? Kylie, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Kylie. We have Kylie or Kyle as
Kylie Minogue.
as Eldrin. I almost said Weslyn. I'm all frazzled today, man. I don't know what's going on. I haven't even started the music
Kylie
yet.
Minogue can play Weslyn. That's fine. I'm sure it'll be a really interesting run.
I think of any Kylie Minogue song that I can quote here. Bear with.
More for Kylie Jenner to play Weslyn.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
I have no comments on the subject.
Charleston Heston, I think, is actually the one who's
I think you mean Troy McClure.
Or Troy McClure.
You may know me from.
Yeah.
from such flashbacks as.
That's right. That's right.
Speaking of, if we can get our recap from, I think it's John today.
It's me, and it was a long session, and so I spent some time today thinking about what can I do to reduce this down to 30 seconds, and I think I can do it by kind of hand waving through some things. It's fine. Weslyn and the lore keeper, who's not a lore keeper for some reason, but she's a lore keeper, talked about lore and history and looked at artifacts connected to pre-rebellion events and people and things in the region. Most importantly, connected to the people from whence he has come. They sparked a slight bond when they started talking about the old ways, and he demonstrated he understood some of those things, not to mention the language. They were both quite cagey around each other for a little bit, and they intend to meet again at some point in the very near future after they consult with their other lore keepers, who are, I guess, not lore keepers. Meanwhile, Dash got arrested through a series of unfortunate events that he claims to be totally under control and of his own brilliant volition, and he was carried off in chains, but not before Dash and Eldrin had a steamy scene in an alleyway. This is when we all sing the Chaos Whisper saxophone solo. Then Eldrin, to justify himself being out in the road, told the guards that he needed to report a robbery for he's missing a sword. And they all seemed to be totally okay with that. Dash left a journal saying, "Let me cook," and some drawings that he took of the time while he was pretending to belong in the museum at the moment. And back at the tavern where everybody finally gathered for the evening, minus Dash, who was in jail, all discussed what to do about the whole jail thing, and they agreed to wait for Amaedrianna because she's the only adult in the entire party. Hatsu kind of half and half, and Wes is more like the crazy uncle. So really, she's really the only adult in the party. We also found out how big Hatsu's sack is and the contents therein. And for the most part, that was kind of the gist. I mean, there's a lot of other details going on, but to really go through all of it would take a little bit more time than I'm allotted. So highly recommend going back and watching the extended version, Peter Jackson style, and get a sense for all of the lore that's going on in the region. And the fact that Dash is a very stable genius and is totally in control of the situation he has found himself in.
Absolutely, and I can't find the keys for my cuffs.
Perfect RP.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of whatever this is with the setup here. I'm just gonna we can all just sit quietly, I think, for about half an hour, right? Just let Dash just be Dash.
Yeah.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
Or you, but for us,
Just-
yay!
Just dashing 3 walls in a
Just
cage. I
The
don't
scene
know.
from Reacher where he's like in the bathroom with the sunglasses on and like 9 dudes just come in to attack him. Like,
No, just dash on the couch, you know.
Dash to the mirror. You're not locked in here. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Rrr.
he punches the mirror and like he's like, ah.
Punches the mirror. Yeah,
himself.
ow, that hurts. Oh no, now there's 6 of them.
7 years bad luck.
Imagine he gets beat up by his toothbrush.
Yeah. He shivs himself.
I tried to make a shiv. It went badly.
Instructions unclear. Oh man.
It's like Melman in Bad Santa. He tries to make him that gift and he ends up cutting his hands on it and puts blood all over it.
Oh man.
Don't like Dash's oversized nipples count as shivs in the winter.
It's gonna be one of
I
those
mean, they could be
sessions.
if he shaved him to a point.
Dash is just in prison dreaming about Eldrin. That's all this is. Pushing him against the wall.
You totally forgot Andrew's got robbed by his first kiss. What the fuck?
That's true.
Poor guy.
Oh.
Last
Yeah,
episode,
what-
I'll send. Yeah, you weren't here for it. I'll
What am
send
I-
you the clip. I'll send you the
What am I
clip.
going to do with this?
Oh,
It was a thing. It was a thing.
you're gonna have to lift it higher because it's under your nameplate. First of all, show chat. Okay, good. We take RP seriously on this channel.
Hands behind your head. Hands behind your head.
I genuinely can't lift my hands any higher than that because this jumpsuit is not. I'm not a medium anymore, so it doesn't go any higher than this.
Is your lobster too buttery? Oh,
getting
My
so
stick is choo-choo.
poor baby. Oh my god. All right, let's kick it into overdrive. And by that I mean
Wonder if
let's
I can
slow it
press
down.
them.
Put yourself on mute.
As it turns out, I can break them.
All right.
That is the cheapest pair of handcuffs I've ever had put on me. I mean, you've seen.
No.
I just don't think he needed that for his ego right now. I think his ego was doing fine before he broke the handcuffs. I don't think he needed that. All right.
He's never going to dash again.
Okay, now I want to see how you break apart the prison code. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm free, bitches. Rip.
Yeah. Somehow
Somebody
the
get
bar
the
is on his
spray bottle
PNG
on the
break.
hose.
Yeah.
He just runs out of the prison into the back of a paddy wagon.
Yeah. Immediately runs out into the back of the wagon. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You just see him walking down the street later on with slow music and a pair of purple pants on that he's trying to keep up.
Sad piano music as he has his hand out waiting for a cart to walk by.
I
Yeah.
was thinking more of a Family Guy cutaway where he breaks into the paddy wagon and it goes new back around
Yeah,
to the back
straight
of
into the back of the
prison.
prison. Yeah. Except all of them. All right, lock it in. So we find ourselves in the inn, the group trying to decide what to do with Dash, who has had too much sugar in prison. What that means, you can decide for yourself. At this point, I would say, Amaedrianna, you're just making your way back in. So last time, just to catch you up, Amaedrianna created a diversion, which sort of enabled Dash to make an entry to the prison. So guards were chasing her for a while. She lost them somewhere in the alleyways, made her way back to the inn, and at this point, you're meeting up with a majority of the group, minus Dash, at the inn.
Well, did we have a fun evening?
Yeah, Hastu and I were talking about what's in our backpacks and we might go fishing. How are you? Where were you?
I was scouting the area, having a look around.
Oh.
Halfway's back to here, we should be relatively clear. Couple of little spots where it gets a little bit slim, as in if there was people walking around, but I should be able to navigate us through that anyway. I did have one idea, actually, something that you might be interested in.
Of course.
So, if we do manage to get in there, if we do manage to grab this item, I wonder if you might want to take it and take a little trip into the little capsule thing you have.
Oh, the seal. Lucky's in there.
Would hopefully mean that should we be apprehended, there's no evidence on us.
It's a very good idea.
Hmm.
It's a very good idea.
Possible idea, anyway. Think about that. Where's Dash?
Oh, he's in prison. I know.
In the words of the Royal Regent, come again?
He's in prison. Jail. The cahoots. What do they call it these days? He may die of his own doing. No. Do they still hang people?
They slice them open.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
There was an important man inside the museum tonight wearing a crown. I assume
tell
that
me you didn't
it
try to
has
stab him.
Don't know. He left a book. Something about cooking something.
I think he might be doing chef classes in the prison. Yeah.
Okay, so he went into the museum, met the king, and that ended him up in prison. Why am I not surprised? And now he's doing a chefing course. Well, I mean, with Slate gone, at least that would be helpful.
That's a very good point.
The man with the crown is arranging to take an egg from the museum in exchange for a crown. Some old crown. It very likely will be happening soon.
Okay. I don't suppose anyone got a look at it.
No. Not yet.
Right. Well, I guess I'm going to the jail to see what
No.
that idiot has said or done.
Is that safe?
Well, probably not, but it's probably better than, I guess, seeing him be hung for treason. Wouldn't you think?
How does
We
treason
all-
exactly work?
Well, I don't know exactly what he did. Obviously, I wasn't there, but if it had something to do with the king, knowing Dash, it's probably that he tried to stab him.
Hmm.
Which is treasonous, because you're trying to kill your king.
Sorry, Captain, if I interrupt you.
What?
Just back from my routine. I just overheard what you said. Don't you think it would be more beneficial if he just contact some friends before we do anything?
And asked them what?
How's the security in the facility? What's the status? Why are they here? What might have happened in the museum? Because nobody knows.
That's why I was hoping to get hold of, or to see Dash and see what he says.
I don't think we were able to see him as far as I understood Eldrin. It's the royal guards. It's her primus. His primus, whatever. The first in charge that took him.
You can still go see Dash. You don't have to go to the jail.
Yeah, Weslyn has a point.
If you want.
I mean, we could try that. I don't exactly sleep, so I don't
Neither
know
do
how
I.
easy it'll be for you.
If you don't sleep like a normal human, then it is considerably easier. The waterways that I travel don't belong to humans in the first place.
Could I try and help you with that, Wes?
Do you want?
Yeah. I mean, there's not much else I myself can really do, considering the circumstances that we're in.
I don't know how many people I can bring with me, but I can try.
Well, we need the information, so anything is a good idea right now. Well, apart from letting Dash out on his own, apparently.
Wasn't he with you?
He was with me as far as we're going in goes. I didn't realise he'd be quite so stupid, though. I should have guessed, I suppose, but benefit of the doubt and all that.
If he got in there at his own accord, then we can get himself out at his own accord. Is that how that works? Yeah.
I mean, depends. How much do you enjoy his company within the team?
I think there's no doubt about it that we want to get him out. Question is when. Because there's people that need supplies. There's people that have to be met. There's a ritual that has to be completed.
Lissa will kill us if we don't bring home Dash.
That was my point.
Yeah.
Did we not tell her then?
He just disappeared.
That your husband is in jail now, you have to take care of these two kids for the next 18 years yourself.
No, we're gonna say we lost Eos and Eos is gonna impose as Dash.
I can't do that. I can do the face and things, Hatsu, but the way he is, no.
Doesn't matter what lies you guys would tell Lissa. She'd cut the truth out of you soon enough.
Yeah, I can't like Lissa. She's...
Right. Let's see what he said. Hope that he didn't allude to anything happening to the egg, because that would be very stupid on his part.
I don't think he's aware of it.
He's aware that we're trying to get it?
Yes, but I'm not sure how aware he is of it in regards to his visit. I overheard them talking about it, but I only heard a little bit.
Did they say when they plan to move?
Within the week.
The other issue is that if... depending on what Dash has done, whether it's a direct attack or some stupidness, it might forward the timeline.
Oh.
So we may need to do this quicker than we expected.
My timeline remains the same.
Yours does, I know.
I will be going
Right.
back tomorrow to the museum. I have another meeting with the Lord Keeper.
Did you learn anything interesting?
There are some in the area who, as of 2 generations ago, still understood the law and observed the old way. And that she had a very good command of the language. And she mentioned one named Kalora as an expert on the subject of stones.
Is this the same Kalora that we know?
I don't know exactly, but I did not mention that I also know a Kalora.
Okay.
We're undercover, right?
Absolutely. Seems like you kept your head a lot more than Dash is going to keep his.
I was there for a reason. I'm sure he was as well.
Yes, but only one of you came back.
Then only one of us had a benign reason.
That's very possible. Which is what we need to find out.
Do all of you want to go?
I might watch your buddies.
Thanks.
Somebody has to.
That's wise.
Oh, Eos.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to meet someone that I thought you might like.
Oh?
And she just holds a hand out like that, and then you see this, like, spider crawl out onto her hand. And she holds it out to you to pass off onto your hand.
She's so careful. She's like, what's their name?
It's Selby. It's Selby.
Is that you? What?
I don't know what the term is. Transmorphed him? Transmogrified?
Polymerization, maybe? So cute. He has 8 eyes now. 4 more than before.
All the better to see him with. I'm hoping he might be of use to us to get into areas that we cannot through locked doors and such.
For sure. I mean, he can get underneath the gaps in doors, vents.
Key locks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, I just thought you'd like to see him.
He's adorable. We'll protect him with our lives.
And if not, we just bring him back. It's fine.
Oh.
He's, I guess, immortal magic.
Oh.
As long as I live, he could live.
Okay, we keep you alive, so.
I mean, that's the aim for all of us, right?
True. It's a very good point.
So what happens if we aren't successful in getting this egg?
Well, if we're not, we got to come up with a lot of money very quickly. Now, they did tell me that if we were unable to complete the mission, it's not like they're not going to hold anything against us. They understand the issues with such a job. But it is going to be a case of us having to come up with money rather quickly to actually pay for what we have almost ready waiting for us to take home.
Mm.
So if the king got the egg, they would only seek monetary compensation.
Yes. But, and I think I understand where your thoughts are going, Weslyn. The king
Maybe.
having this item is not a good idea.
The mystery person not having or having this item is a better idea.
No. But I can much easier follow a mystery line than I can follow the king's.
I have not seen the face of the recipient, nor heard his voice or her voice, but I have seen the one with the crown, and I have heard their voice. I can find them on the water way easier than I can find the other.
What does the king sound like?
I'll manifest the king's voice in the air.
Yeah.
Just a repeat of a few words I've heard him say.
Sure.
The thing is, Wesley, the king might be the one taking it away. That doesn't mean it's for the king.
And this mystery person could be the one taking it away. It doesn't mean it's for them either.
Absolutely. But the difference being, I know where it could lead to directly from the king, which is
Where's that?
to my father. And that will be a huge, huge mistake.
What would he want with that? Does he even know what it can do?
No, my father probably does know what it can do. No, my father, it wouldn't be for a good reason either.
I can't imagine a scenario in which somebody who understands such an artifact would have good intentions.
True. Some want it for the vanity of being able to say they have it, though. It's not a good intention, but it's not a malevolent one. If this thing does have any significant power or premise, you can damn well be sure that my father would use it for the intense purposes of being horrible.
But it's just a crystalline egg, as far as I know, isn't it?
As far as we know,
Fancy mirror.
it could contain the blood of the last kinship that was part of the rebellion. It could be created from a gemstone that one of them held. It could be anything. It could be imbued with magics that we don't even know about.
If I learn something, then if there's a powerful entity and another faction that wants something, there's usually more to it than just a nice thing to put on your desk or something.
So it's the same idea as a crown. It just looks powerful for some reason.
Crown itself is significant enough. What if the benefactor that you have agreed to work with would take the crown instead?
Are you trying to say we steal the king's crown rather than the egg?
I'm suggesting that the egg perhaps should go to neither of them. There are valuables available that apparently hold the same value, at least in the eyes of the one who wore it, and in the eye of the lore keeper who has agreed to receive it.
So
I
you
mean,
saying we
Weslyn,
steal the...
don't get me wrong, but I think the lore keeper doesn't really have much wiggle room.
I'll speak with her tomorrow, and we'll see how much wiggle room she has.
I could wear a crown.
You already do.
Uh-huh. Can't wear an egg, though. I tried balancing books in my head when I was young. It didn't work out.
I mean, you would have to keep the egg like a penguin between your feet.
Maybe.
So what you're saying essentially, Wesley, is that we take the egg, but don't give it to the recipient.
Stealing is wrong. Taking something would be wrong. There are other ways of receiving something.
Right?
Give me some time. What was it that Dash used? That strange language, cooking? I would like to cook a dish.
Ooh, what you making?
omelets.
With mushrooms, I guess.
I could. It's not quite seasoned for them, but it is getting a little cold.
How long do you need?
On almost like 12 minutes.
By the end of tomorrow night.
You have till then. And obviously without dropping us in it.
Whatever happens will be on my head.
No, Weslyn. You're one of us, whether you like it or not, so it's not just upon your head.
I have a plan.
Well, first let's see what this absolute moron of our friend has done.
Just one more thing, Captain. I feel hesitated to remember you. That we still have this. And he shows the teleportation stone. So, might be worth a shot bringing out the ship before we do things that go sideways.
Where's the other one? Or
Which
it's
which
tuned
other
back
one?
to the Isles, right?
It always goes to the Pearl Boss.
Okay. Okay. I think in this instance, if we do manage to get Dash out, whether by hook or by crook, if we do manage to pull this off, I think he should be the one that uses the stone to get back to the pearl. Just disappears with the egg. Then we don't have to worry about him pissing off the king anymore. And the egg is safe.
A very good point.
Now, the chances are the museum and the king is not going to want to have it known that the egg has been stolen from underneath their nose. So they're probably going to just carry on with the idea is that it's still where it is, or that the king has taken it. If that is the case, then that's our only real bargaining chip as to why we've broken this deal. The other issue is if we do break this deal, then it could mean to having a what could have been a what's the word? Companion, a camaraderie with a certain group that we might be able to use in the future, that might be gone. I think.
Plus, I don't think, if I may interrupt you, Captain, that kind of reputation spreads fast. So I don't think we would have an opportunity for such kind of deals in the future.
Exactly, yes, that's kind of my worry. Okay. This is how I see it. We talk to Dash, see why he's an idiot. We allow Hatsu to do what he wants. Weslyn to do what he wants to do tomorrow. That doesn't work out. We get the egg using the different information we have. We'll check the egg to see what properties it may or may not have. And then, depending on the answer of that, depends on whether we go through with the deal or not. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Aye.
Weslyn, are you able to do this thing now, or does it have to wait till later, or?
Simply have to be in a state of sleep or trance.
Well, Eos, my dear, get your slippers on, because we're going to relax.
Okay.
I'll see if this is possible. Right. Have a seat, I guess.
Hatsu would take the book from Eldrin and puts it in Weslyn's hands gently, and he goes, I think it's easier with some like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Travel safe, friends.
I've not taken this many people at once before. If we could split up, just tread water and think of a place that you must go. Try and keep your mind clear of everything else. And should you meet anything or anyone along the way, never agree to anything, nor look them in the eye, nor accept anything from them. And if I lose you, I will find you. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah. No. Yes.
Clutching the book, Weslyn will sit cross-legged and allow himself to slip into trance.
Eos will cross the legs and close the eyes and just wander off into trance. Hop it in the chat.
Eldrin and Hatsu would see as kind of Amaedrianna sits and starts entering into a trance. Essentially the light dissipates completely from her eyes.
Nice.
As the mask almost seems to grow a little bit darker, like it's shadowed now where it wasn't before.
So Eos, Weslyn, and Amaedrianna are going dreamwalking. Hatsu and Eldrin are staying behind to watch the bodies.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
We're entering the Matrix.
Basically, yeah, kind of. I mean, I've only dragged one person at a time, so like this is kind of expanded my tether a little bit to see if this is doable. Can I find them both?
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. What pill would you like, the mushroom one or the snail?
Or this little baggie.
Mushroom.
That's right.
If you're all going into dreams, I assume you permit this. This is of will, so there's no checks or contests. You're choosing to do this, correct? Okay. At first, it's like that moment you're trying to go to sleep and your brain is active, it's surging. Through its quest to find information, be it from your past, present, or anxious thoughts of your future. The brain doesn't want you to sleep. But your conscious state slips, and before you know it, you land somewhere completely different. You watch Hatsu as they gradually slump in their chairs and disappear into another world, another reality. One of sleep and dream. As we're taken into the dream itself, Weslyn, you would be there first. A shepherd and a guide. Eos, you would join him pretty soon after. You're surrounded by darkness, but Weslyn is still lit up, as if he were in the light. You land on a plane that sounds almost like there's water beneath you, but you don't feel anything running through your feet. Amaedrianna, you join her soon after. What would you like to do?
An immediate sweep of the vicinity. Or are we alone?
Make a, we'll say investigation check.
Do that.
As I'd be very conscious of my surroundings, would there, and me watching him look around and stuff, would there be any way I'd be able to help with that? Maybe trying to, like, I'm pretty good at spotting things in the dark, having spent most of my life moving around them.
I'll give him advantage on it.
Yeah.
I would encourage that when you guys are making these rolls, if your friends start to talk and say, by the way, if there's anything I can do, hold off on the roll and just wait a sec, because there might be something that can be done. And I don't want to lock in your rolls, but this time I'll give you advantage. It's okay.
Oh, I didn't see the roll.
Anyway, no, it's okay. He rolled
click
after you
already
started
happened.
talking. So,
I was in mid-click.
it's all right. It's all good.
Right. I mean, the strain was just a lot harder, than he was expecting it to. So, no. The strain is just a lot, pulling two people into the water.
Oh my god.
With a 7,
Yeah.
don't really see much outside of the darkness, but that's pretty on point. There's nothing like a silhouette or anything out there. I put really a lot of emphasis on the word silhouette there. If you look out into the void, you don't see anything looking back. That isn't always the way the void works, though. If things are looking back, it's not that you would always know.
True. There are things far more powerful than myself in this liminal space. He's going to direct his attention to Dash, trying to hopefully catch Dash asleep, which is always the biggest caveat. And try and guide us through the waters into Dash's subconscious or unconsciousness.
Dash in prison with nothing to keep him entertained and already having done 3 successful pull-ups is very tired. I just saw the corner of my eye, just Keen's reaction. Dash, you find yourself falling asleep.
Yes.
What would you be thinking about?
So considering how the day has gone, he would be thinking about Weslyn. Because when he entered the museum thinking Weslyn would be in danger given who he realized was potentially in there, and as he kind of got down to the lower levels, even more so, he was very, very afraid that Weslyn was in danger. So he would be very much eagerly awaiting sleep to come with the hope that Weslyn would be reaching out to locate him.
You think about your time in the museum, the things that you've seen. The boat with the strange markings, the king himself talking, and the monarch's blade. Interesting interactions that you've had today. Concerns that maybe you gave too much information, or maybe you gave too little to solidify your story, and worries that this will somehow end up following it back to the people you care about most. You find yourself drifting off finally. For Hatsu and Aldrin, it has been maybe an hour that they've been asleep. For Weslyn, Eos, and Amaedrianna, moments. A shape starts to form around Weslyn. A familiar one. You find yourself surrounded by books with the same smell as the library you were in a few hours ago. Yes, Amaedrianna, this smell is new to you. But you're in the Museum of Anbaden.
Keeping a watchful eye on any thing that might be out of place in this constructed space, while reaching out for Dash to try and pull Dash into this space.
You look down at the three of you individually. You look down and around to try and see anything. The papers on the table are there, but the words are just meaningless. The pictures are just garbled. You pick up on voices out in the hallway. You hear talking, familiar sounds, Weslyn, to earlier. The king. I said hallway, I meant foyer, sorry. You open the door, and you take a look, and you see the All King standing with his back to you as he did before. And when he turns to face you, instead of the All King Ramseth, you see Dash. Dash. You look across and you see Weslyn.
I'll dash over to him.
Nope. Ending the dream right now. Nope.
It's right there.
Yeah, even it reset. Even you reset the dash pun. Like the counter is like 0 now.
No, I broke it.
Yeah.
Was that like 16?
Was that
Thank you, Bob.
I'll move at a rapid pace over to him. Weslyn, please tell me you're safe.
Safe is a relative term in this place.
Are you with the others?
I have brought 2.
Thank the gods.
The gods have nothing to do with this, Dash.
I came to the museum and saw the Royal Guard. I feared the worst, knowing you were inside.
Why do you look like the king, Dash?
Do I look like the king to myself, do you?
No.
What do you mean? Weslyn, I look like myself.
You did when I arrived. Do you have dreams of being the king?
No, my dreams normally revolve around beaches and wine and my family.
If I were king, I would recline on beaches and drink wine and have a very large family.
Would be a poor king if that's all he did.
You should be a better king than that.
I'm not sure being king is in my future.
It is in your dreams, Dash. And dreams have a way of showing us a lot of things that we don't realize ourselves. But I'm not here to talk about that. What are you doing behind bars?
Trying to make the best of a very bad situation. I encountered the Monarch's blade and figured, well, I'm here now. May as well try make omelets out of these broken eggs.
I was going to make an omelet.
I would very much like an omelet.
Well, maybe we're thinking about the same thing. I am also making a dinner.
My dinner here isn't going to be very flavorsome, I don't think.
Your dinner here can be as flavorsome as you wish it to be.
Who did you bring?
I'm going to look back over my shoulder and see if I've actually been able to manifest them here in this space.
Yeah, they're with you.
Well, I'll leave it to them then to... Weslyn just does a glance over his shoulder.
Oh. Hello, you two. Good to see everyone is alive and breathing.
Well, it's more than you're going to be in a few hours' time, depending on what you did.
I did nothing. I'm hopeful that I've got us something.
Explain to me how you being thrown in jail is having something.
Well, I'm hoping to gain the Monarch's Blade's trust. He has to follow due process for the moment. I was within arm's reach of the king. Of course, he would have his suspicions, so he is reaching out to Mirel Vaudrell to verify my credentials and to see that I can be trusted.
So, let me get this straight. You've not only decided to go against what we said about staying incognito and under the radar, that you've now got yourself inserted within the establishment, so much so that you have had or are having background checks done on you where they can trace your every known detail.
I went into the museum to try and confirm Weslyn's safety. And as it so happens, it was not safe. And I elected to try and turn that to our advantage.
I mean, Wesley came out of it perfectly fine, so I think it was safe.
He did.
Just maybe
we weren't to know that. If the King's Guards had discovered what he is, I wasn't prepared to take that risk.
You would have found out eventually. But I was a guest. And I was shown the rights of hospitality.
That's good.
The King's Guard was aware of me. And I didn't stand in my way.
Well, that's a relief.
I understand your intentions, Dash. But you must see how, if this item magically disappears now, how it's going to look awfully coincidental that you've tried to get in with them just as it disappears.
What do you mean?
What I mean is if we steal that thing and get it gone, the first person they're going to look for is you.
Why? What does the king want with it?
He's the one that's trying to take it away.
That would have been great knowledge to have.
Hard to tell if you're here.
Been given to you before you did this if we'd have known about this.
Nonetheless, I played the cards as they fell in front of me. I could have tried to run and have them chase me down. I could have tried to kill them and be dead. Or, as I said to Weslyn, I can try and make an omelette out of this.
I like an omelet.
Exactly. Madame Vaudrell will vouch for me. Then I just need to hope the rest falls into place. And you, of all people, know how valuable connections like this can be. If we have the trust of the royal court, then our long-term goals should be much easier.
What are our long-term goals?
Freedom.
From what?
Everything. The ability for you, Eos, Eldrin, to walk free without having to look over their shoulders.
Don't put me in this mess with you. Here you are, dirty little thief in your cage like a bird. We had a plan. And Eos's eyes are shifting towards red at this point. We had a strategy, and here you are. Little hidemen hiding behind your cage and your walls while we have to do the dirty work for you. Putting Miss Fuldrell in trouble because of you. Who else has to clean
She
up
can
your
get as
mess?
much trouble as she wants. I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck about her, do you? Or us?
Not
or anyone?
a
But
second.
yourself?
Excuse me, I've run
I
through
will not.
flames how many times for this party? Would any of you have done the same? I've
My
literally
cohorts,
walked
Hatsu.
until my feet have bled for
Eldrin.
you,
Amaedrianna,
for
Weslyn.
all of you.
Absolutely. Few, not too sure
Regardless.
anymore.
Eos, it's a poor plan that can't be changed. If
What's
you
your
think
plan?
any plan, I've told you. We'll see where the chips fall. I've made my play, now we see where it goes.
You've made your bed, haven't you?
Temper yourself, Eos. This anger doesn't suit you. It's blinding you, making you arrogant.
He just looks at him in a
You
bar.
say that about Eos, but I think you're reflecting yourself, to be honest.
Not even the slightest bit. I would much rather not be here, but situation folded as it is. And here we are.
How long will it take for them to determine whether or not you are worth their time?
Don't know, matter of days perhaps. But you must leave me here. If there's
I
any
have
hope
no
for us to
choice.
succeed.
Choice. Did you get any intel?
Not yet. But I've only been here a matter of hours.
Do you need
Well-
anything?
No. I'm relatively comfortable.
Shall we visit you again?
I would appreciate it. Despite what some of you may think, I care deeply for each of you.
I will be sure to do so before I go north. But I cannot guarantee you I'll be able to while I'm north. The woods can be a bit of an interference.
I understand. Amaedrianna, one thing might be useful. The skylight is a very easy entrance point.
Yeah, but it's also a long way to the basement.
And it's likely now they will focus efforts there and may neglect elsewhere.
Is that how you got in, was it?
Yes.
What did you tell them?
I told them there were rumors that the King's Guard was complacent.
Do you think now that they will prove that the King's Guard is not complacent?
It's hard to say. They seem to very much believe they are infallible.
Which means they're probably going to double the guard. Which means it's going to make it twice as hard for us to do what we need to do.
They may increase the guard around the king. Not necessarily the museum.
You were in the museum.
I was.
First it rained and now it poured.
More guards
gonna be
means
back?
more unknown faces.
The guards would be known faces.
We can't change what's happened. I do have one question for you, though, Dash.
Mm-hmm.
I see this going one of two ways. One, either they hang you because you have infiltrated them just before they get robbed, which they're not going to be none too happy about. Or two, you end up working for the king. So my question is, what the fuck do I tell Lissa?
The truth.
Your truth or mine? Because mine is that you did something that was kind of silly. Well-meaning, but silly. And got yourself caught up in shit that you just...
Tell her the facts as they are. No embellishments. No presumptions.
How long are you in for?
till they
Every day.
decide either way.
Could be
When
day,
do
could
we
be a
tell
week,
her?
I don't know.
I won't tell her until we get back. There's nothing I would tell her without being face to face anyway.
That sounds risky.
Telling Lissa this face to face, yeah.
She can't hurt me here. I can tell her here.
Can she hurt you here, Wes?
I would tell her.
It hurts, but I've died far worse deaths than she can imagine in this place.
She'd rather in person. She knows the risks. She knew this was going to happen eventually.
Yes, eventually. Not weeks after her children have been born. Listen, I don't blame you, Dash. I know what you did and I know why you did it. I just feel like... just doesn't seem like you're learning.
I'd much rather this happened any other time. But
You
as
knew
it
we had a
didn't.
plan.
I knew we had a plan. You act like I did this intentionally, Eos. You act like I walked in there with the intention of getting arrested.
No,
I
you
told you my
zip wired
reasons
in
for
through the window.
Yeah.
She tries to alleviate the issues a little bit.
I went in there to help our friend Eos. Situation turned sour. Unexpectedly, and I've trying to make the best of it now. That's what I do. I turn bad things to our advantage where I can. If I'd had all the information, I wouldn't have gone in, but
We're miles
Here we
away
are.
from home. We have to get someone's mirror egg out of a museum. The king is here. We have to get supplies back to the bastion. We have hundreds of people's lives on our hands. Ducky's still inside of the freaking seal. You really
It's a
got him
shit
done
show.
with Dash, haven't you?
again, I haven't done this on purpose. Stop acting like I have.
Did we rescue you?
No. That would make things infinitely worse. I could have escaped if I wanted to.
And what if they hang you?
It won't get to that.
How do you know?
Because we won't let it.
No, you have to deal with Lissa.
Amaedrianna, if the king wants this egg, do you think it's truly for him?
I can't see anyone else it would be for.
I can think of one.
Who?
That just kind of gives her a look like you know exactly who I'm talking about.
She gives you a look of like, who?
Same man we saw go into that vault through the portal. Your father. Isn't this very much his?
I mean, that's who I was thinking all along it was for anyway. I thought that's who we were talking about anyway.
Ah.
I just naturally assumed that if the king's anything to do with this, it's definitely for my father, which is definitely the reason why I want to keep it out of his hands.
Or it wasn't the king.
We know the king is being puppeted by your father, but I wonder do his closest guards know?
That's actually a very good point, Weslyn. What if that isn't actually the king?
What?
It's enough evidence that we have witnessed with our own eyes.
What if it's another slate?
Or worse.
All the more reasons to try and get close.
All the more reason to keep the fucking egg away from him. When we get it, one of the things I learned at school should help me to work out if this egg has any properties that would be more meaningful than just glamorization.
I can do the same, I just need time. I need to be able to touch it.
Exactly.
The Lord Keeper may know more. Or she knows nothing, and that's why she's so willing to give it away.
Or maybe she does know it, and the reason she wants rid of it is because of how dangerous it is.
Maybe. I can think of one person I could trust it with. We are lucky to be encountering here soon.
I wouldn't want to put that strain on her.
There's already plenty of strain on her. I don't think she has much of a choice. She's as wrapped up in this as we are. Just in a different arm of the dream.
The whole world's going to be wrapped up in this as much as we are.
It is.
If this is an item that my father is trying to procure, then I have no doubt that this is to get into that tower.
Maybe. Maybe.
I think it could be one of the first seals.
Oh. Oh, an egg. Oh, that's clever.
Technically, we are in one now. But it's leaking.
Very bored.
One with a lot of holes.
More every day.
As it stands, Dash, the plan is for Weslyn to try and get this lawkeeper to, I guess, help us, or at least get enough information that it will help us.
She's speaking to the other lore keepers and seeking permission.
If there's any misdirection or otherwise I can sow from here, let me know. The blade seems eager to talk.
The fact that you know as much as you do now makes you a risk. Risk of exposing what we've told you.
They won't get anything from me.
There are many ways to get things from people, Tash. No one is truly safe.
Suddenly, Dash vanishes.
Oh,
We should go.
just like him to dash away?
Nope.
No, please. I'm angry enough.
I don't
Let's
know why
go.
you're angry, Eos. He could be beheaded by tomorrow. Yes, let's go.
Too much for the head.
I'm going to try and pull them against the anchors to pull them back to our physical bodies, to bring our consciousness back to where we were.
To ask the DM
Mm-hmm.
why we're here, this is Weslyn's dream space. This is Weslyn's controlled space as such, as much as we know.
Sure.
Is there any interference? Is there any blurring? Is there anything that we're creating here?
Oh, that you're creating? No, there's interference in the sense that his mind is just making things up. So part of this is correct and part of this scene just isn't, because it's just part of his memory and part of his brain filling in the gaps, like an AI that doesn't know the story but feels like it has to fill in that information anyway and just makes up a bunch of shit. That's basically what's happening here. His brain is trying to comprehend this facility and make it look as real to him as it would be, but that doesn't mean anything. So as you look around, the further things are away from him, the less it's rendered in. Let's call it that.
Yeah. So there's no part of our brains being in here causing anything to show in here that wouldn't usually be here. Like, I don't know, like a picture frame of Eos's mum sitting on a countertop that shouldn't be here, but because Eos might be thinking of her mother, nothing like that from any of us.
Not to make a pun about this, but let me reframe that. Are you trying to see a picture frame of Eos's mum on a countertop?
No, but like there would obviously be things that each of us as individuals would be thinking about in our general lives anyway, in our daily things, the things we're worrying about, the things we're trying to achieve, the things we're trying to do. And I'm just wondering how much of a subconscious within the subconscious that would affect us being here, or is it all literally just on Weslyn?
Through casual glances, you will see nothing different than what Weslyn wants you all to see.
Right, that's fine. Perfect.
And right now, Weslyn wants you to see nothing. So with that, you all vanish. Dash. You, however, wake up. There's a hooded individual leaning over you, and he has his hand on your mouth. You can't quite see his face, but he has one finger up to where his mouth would be.
Do I recognize this figure?
I don't know. At the moment, no. His face is covered. It's definitely a he, and it's definitely human. You can assert that.
Initial reaction: stick my finger in between his ribs.
Okay. He juts back a little bit and moves his hand off your mouth.
And I'll just kind of tap, I suppose, Tacky Talk. What the fuck?
He looks a bit like kind of annoyed that you just poked him, and he taps back on his wrist. He has this little metal plate and he taps back on it, and as he does, it makes this almost gentle ringing in your ears that really sounds quite nice, and it reverberates, and you just hear, what was that for?
I suppose continuing in Tacky Talk to keep it going. You woke me. You're hooded. I'm in jail. What do you expect?
He just taps back and he says gratitude.
For what?
He gestures towards the door. The door is open and there are two hooded men standing by the door and an unconscious guard. Dash
will whisper, who are you?
He doesn't whisper, he taps back. That resonance feels really good to your ears. It just says not now.
Escaping from here could see me dead.
So could staying here.
Dash is kind of frozen with indecision. Why?
He hands over a piece of paper. It looks like the early markings of a wanted poster. But instead of just being wanted, it's underneath it says executed. So it would look almost like you were a wanted criminal who has been dispatched. Something that usually follows after a wanted poster has been around for a long time and says, you know, like that they've taken care of this. In this case, you haven't seen a wanted poster of yourself, though.
Yep, that'll do it. Okay. Let's try to grab my suit if I can remember where they put it. Or
the guy who's there sort of shoves your backpack towards you, and he moves like there's a bunch of stuff just piled together. Your suit would be a part of that, and just for narrative's sake, all of your belongings. Whether or not they're all actually there, you don't have time to check, unless you specifically want to, but wouldn't be advised at this particular moment.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll just grab it and follow.
You putting it on, or are you just holding it and just walking out in your jocks?
Yeah, I'll
Jocks and socks.
put it on. Put it on. Midnight suit.
Cool.
Face
Just
cover
like
and
a Superman spin, and you're suddenly in it, and you just like Barney Stinson the collar up a little bit. Cool. You follow this guy, and they lead you to one of the cells down towards the end, where there's a clear hole in the wall. It's like a 6x6 brick. It's not like a massive space, but you could squeeze through. Yeah.
Cool. Squeeze I do, I guess.
Okay. As you squeeze through, all of you sort of begin to move, and you look back and you see them filling those bricks back in as if to kind of cover what they had done. You all move, and you notice that there's no sound of like stepping or movement or anything. Is incredibly quiet. As you reach a wall, he kind of moves you, but masculine and not trying to make a move on you. Not that masculinity matters in this case, but just in this case, he does it in a masculine way. He pushes you towards the wall. And he holds you there as a guard walks by with a torch, and they head towards another area. You guys all slip in.
What strong hands you have.
You're all immediately arrested. They all lead you down further into an alleyway. But at that point, I will switch back to Eldrin, Hatsu, and at this point,
But can we have a little moment before they come back?
Yeah, okay, sure. Go ahead.
What do you think, Eldrin?
Of what exactly?
Don't you feel anything when a companion stepped in to save you from harm? Doesn't that do something to you?
Kyle knows where this is going.
Oh, Kyle thinks he knows, but he has no clue.
I hope not. No. I just think it was, you know, to speak freely, I think it was dumb as shit. He could be dead.
You don't have any siblings, do you?
No. I don't.
That's what an older brother would do.
Yeah. I kind of don't really have anything to say back to that. I guess it's a family thing. Like I'd want to protect my parents. I get that, but like,
So it doesn't do anything to you if you know there's somebody that cares for you, that would give his life for you.
we shouldn't have to trade lives. That shouldn't be a thing. And giving his life for me, I appreciate if he's keeping me safe, but I don't want him to throw his life away when he has kids. I don't have any kids. I've never even contemplated that thought.
Would you die on behalf of Tempestus?
I'd die for less, yeah.
Do you think he needs your death?
I don't think so. If he needed it, I feel it would have happened by now.
Would you think he would appreciate the gesture?
Perhaps. Yeah. I guess he would be quite pleased with Dash. I guess, maybe. I don't think it's any kind of divine intervention or anything that Tempest.
What I'm trying to say is sometimes it's not only about necessities, it's about the gesture. I think he could become the chosen one.
Dash?
He's
In his
evolving.
own sense.
I mean,
care about
I
all
know
of you.
he does reckless stuff, but he has become a father, and he know what's on the line.
Mm-hmm.
So either he's a complete idiot, or he trusts us to a degree that I feel like a brother.
I do feel that it's the closest thing to a brother that I could ever have. Yes.
Or just to, I wouldn't do that for you, Adrian.
Well,
The gesture is huge.
How would you feel if I put my life at risk for you? How would you feel?
I wouldn't let you do that. You're too important.
If it was behind your back that something was happening and you were oblivious to it, and then you found out later on down the path that I had intervened, would you feel it was irresponsible of me? I think you would think that was irresponsible. But me think what you thinking is different.
I know that you already did. And the people of Saigo no Toshi will never forget what you did. I don't know why I'm coming up with this, but I feel like there's a lot we can learn from what he did.
Yeah.
You could be more comfortable by really feeling that your family has got your back, Aldrin. I always forget because Ayame and Asuka are with me, but I don't know. It feels good to have trust in other people and stay in the back row to be the backup for once.
It's a support structure, right? You know, I get it. This is just a lot more close-knit than I've ever had before, so I get it.
You see, Aldrin, both of you and me, we're gonna be the safety net of this party. We have to be prepared for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Are you willing to do what is necessary to keep our family safe?
Yeah. Yeah. There's no other answer to that. Yeah, of course. I want, as much as this is super stressful at times, and there's times where I feel like there's so many thoughts in my head that I'm going to explode with ideas and thought processes and stuff. I've never felt so at home while being away with everybody. And everybody is a different conversation. Everyone is a different set of feelings. And it's a lot to process for someone who's never had to process a lot before. So yeah, I'm learning every day. I'm growing every day. So yeah.
I learned a lot from you too, Aldrin. And he kinda goes into like Zen mode, if that makes sense. He kind of focuses hard, and you would see like a golden shimmer around him. Ooh. And a little tiny bee that goes around like.
There's like a moment where Eldrin like sees that and is like, hell yeah. And then he like stands there and looks down and was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm wearing heavy armor. And I kind of just nod my head. He's like, there's like internal process, and he's like, there ain't no way I'm gonna balance on one leg doing that. Just top heavy armor.
At that moment, Hatsu might have picked up that people come back to kind of consciousness and start moving a little. And he would just put his hand on Aldrin's shoulder. You selling yourself much undervalue, Aldrin.
Maybe. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Welcome back, Captain.
That was interesting.
What was on the other side?
Dash, unfortunately.
He's in prison in the museum.
No,
the museum has a prison.
In the museum. But the prison is somewhere else. But I think Weslyn chose the museum as a meeting place.
Easier to go to places I know. It's just difficult to navigate the waterways.
What did he say? What is he cooking?
He infiltrated the museum to try and protect Weslyn. Went a bit wrong. So he tried to spin it that he was showing them what was wrong with their defenses. Hoping to, I guess, get contracted by them to help. They put him in jail until they could fully check his resume, as it were.
I think that's routine for guards that caliber. They have the networks to do that.
Yeah.
I hope his cover story is flawless.
I don't think you would have used it if it wasn't. Dash can be dim at times, but in certain circumstances, he knows what he's doing. I'd have preferred to carry on, under the radar, but each to their own, I guess.
That's what we agreed on, I guess.
How over or under the radar did he go? Because me and Dash visited the Cogsworth to sell ourselves as security.
You're selling yourself.
And I gave them the name Derek, but
I mean, that's essentially what he's tried with them, apart from the fact that he's basically asking to work with the king's personal armed guards.
okay.
I think that has more to do with his long-term
Yeah.
goals, I guess.
He
I mean, that's
with the king.
That's fine if that's what he wants, but that probably means he doesn't leave with us, because if they inscript him, then he's going to have to do as he's told. Until he gets his moment to do what he wants. But either way, I can't see us being there.
We need to get these supplies back to the Bastion and...
Anyway, I think we have to get him as far away from that stuff as possible. Because if they link him to us, we're not gonna have a good time.
I'm kind of worried about that. I don't know how much they're going to look into him. But I was walking around the town with him and yeah. I don't like to...
Well, you his associate, I guess.
Yeah. Shit.
Well, let's hope they don't try to look into the past of Dirk.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings, Dirk?
Do you have a
What's your
mother?
mother's name?
Oh.
How old is your dad? What's his profession?
Is he dead?
You know, they're all gone.
I don't
Tragic.
want to worry you, Eldrin, but you're gonna die horribly.
Yeah, it was a tragic accident. I was born not far from here in a...
The balance is between reality and the stuff you fill in.
So
It has to be natural,
partially tell the truth.
not too true. Exactly. You put a little bit of truth between the lies.
That's what fiction writing is about. It's some truth. And like a cake, layers.
Like Eos's peppermint brew. You gotta think about the two T's. Reality and creativity. And have it between the two.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
is a
okay.
very shiny armor. Where did you get it from?
I think he gets the point, Hatsu.
I now realize I'm
play
going to
a little.
have to... Yeah, because I was actually asked this also, and you know...
What were you asked?
This
Well-
is not any ordinary work, Aldrin. You know that, right?
Yep.
Well, these things track attention.
Yeah. And there's a few things on this that would symbolize the steel guard of Brixunder also. I'm kind of realizing. And that was asked of me by
And
Mr.
if they would
Court.
go to Brick Thunder and ask for someone that is able to make such a brilliant armor, where would they end up?
And for a person called Dirk.
Probably go to the blacksmith. Orlin Vex, maybe. He's probably the best weaponsmith and blacksmith in Brixunder. But he... Well, that's kind of common knowledge. It's just kind of like,
I
oh,
didn't know.
for Brixunder and...
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're in Brixunder, where can I get armor? There you go here. Pop down the road, go, or if you're not looking for something like this, or, you just go to the market. But
Hello, Mr. Vex. Did you happen to create this kind of armor for this person called Dirk? I don't know who the fuck that is.
He wears goggles. Oh.
Dirk.
Eldrin.
oh, there's a purple lady running down the street. Look, and I'll scuttle away. I don't know.
So you want to imply that Eos is running down the street?
As if I'd scuttle.
I just.
That is interesting, Alden. So you would give up Eos to get yourself out of that situation.
I'll find you in your dreams, Eldrin.
That is very interesting.
What do you mean
Is
find me
that
in
how
my
Dash ended up in prison?
No.
We found him.
I'm just asking. I'm curious.
No. He scampered up the building and came out the door. He's in jail getting interrogated here, not
So
me.
you would be the
Is this what siblings do?
brother that would
Interrogate?
tell mom
Don't have
that I've
sister or brother.
eaten all her bread. Gotcha.
One thing is for sure. Algin, I think you need to rent a place within one of the taverns under the name Dirk. Because if it gets found out that Dash has been speaking to this Cogsworth, Cogsley, whatever their names are, and that they had a companion with a nice shiny metal suit on or metal arm and goggles and stuff, they're going to come looking for you. The last place we want them to find you is here with us.
Very true.
What happened to Derek?
That's what I said, Dirk.
There's... I thought... My mind thought that she was asking about a guy called Derek that I knew. I don't know any Dereks. Wait. No, I don't. No.
Is it Derek?
Apart from yourself, no?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
Wait, wasn't Dirk the camel?
Jurgen.
No, that...
Jurgen. Jurgen
Jurgen
from the
the Clock.
Dirk.
Rest in peace, Jurgen. The sands
He's-
have taken you.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, he definitely died.
1,045 years.
And Aldrin never offered some camel meat.
It's supposed to be nice and salty, apparently. It's...
Hi.
That is forbidden.
No,
What?
I'm not a vegan.
Camel meat. You're not eating. Oh, let's have some horse burgers then.
How dare!
Why
I
not?
feel
Horse is
like
delicious.
It is.
camel meat's a bit tough anyway because it's always got the ump.
So what shall we do about all of this?
I mean, I can't berate
I was
Dash.
about to say rent a room, but my mind said rent the tavern, and I'm now thinking to myself, is that even a bad idea or not?
Don't rent the tavern, just rent a room.
How much will that cost?
I should be fine to cover it. Don't. I appreciate it, Weslyn. Unless it's a genuine question, I don't know. But I will not take your money.
Okay.
How much coin do you have, Aldrin?
Enough to make it look like I actually bought my own armor and didn't steal it or anything. So.
Well, he's got enough that him and Dash were able to buy an orphanage for the children.
Oh, we can still use them.
And don't forget, you're on your path of redemption. That's why you donated so much.
Exactly.
We can still use the...
Derek the Donator.
No, you said you didn't.
You might
put
not
down
want
any name.
that name. That has a different connotation.
Okay.
All is not lost. We can still use them. Amaedrianna. That's still an option. We could
We're
kids?
not using
use them to get Dash out of jail.
I mean, they are their slaves now, I suppose.
No.
No, if they mine under the prison, and we figure out with Albie where Dash's cage is, they can.
They are small
dig up.
enough.
How much are
Yes.
pickaxes?
Leave the kids out of
Okay,
the mines.
just to get that straight, Eos. A few hours ago, you showed me how to teleport, and now you think about digging tunnels.
I can only do that once a week.
And you decided to
Let's
do it.
wait a week, I guess.
Okay. That's
I
fine.
can't.
Can we? We're not obviously going to do this. We're just
You can if you wish.
no. Dash
Let-
made it very clear that he had made this and he would deal with it. So we leave Dash to deal with it.
He did make his bed.
Trust. That's why you are the captain.
I do want to make it known though that we all came up with a plan. We all had a rough idea. We had to iron out a few wrinkles. But not only is Wesley known by the Lord Keeper and the King's Guards, Dash is also known by them and now been imprisoned by them. And Aldrin's walking around as a giant beacon of, hey, look at me, I'm friends with the guy that you just arrested. This isn't exactly going under the radar like I suggested would be a good idea.
No, typically the
Maybe
pirates
you-
and the stories that I read, they normally dress as something else, like a group of monks or.
I mean, there
merchants.
is a different point of view from being under the radar to Dash's defense. His whole life, he thought under the radar is right in the spotlight, where they don't think he is under the radar. By being very visible, he becomes very invisible. He just don't understand that this only works in Palperoth, where everybody's fancy.
Is that true though? Are they all
I-
fancy there?
I don't think so. I think he pretends to be High Garden so that he can get into High Garden
I
easier.
kind of don't know if Dash is telling
Which
the
for the
truth to me
purpose of
anymore.
what he does is pretty smart.
So may I pitch another idea?
Okay.
So I thought we should get the ship ready, and you, Captain, and Eos, you gonna scout out how we deal with the egg, while Weslyn gets more information from the knowledge keepers, because they trust him. So we get inside knowledge, and we have to figure out how to pull it off. While I stay back with Aldrin, prepare the ship, have everything ready as like a line of defense. Then when you finally get out, we let the egg disappear with the seal on Ducky maybe.
Oh, yeah,
And-
you can hide it. Yeah.
We would then split ways where we might actually not have to. But my pitch is we make sure that the ship is gone when we pull off the rest.
I'd actually kind of been thinking similar to that, but not with you and Eldrin on it. I was wondering whether it might be an idea, Hatsu, for you to send your mother and them with the crew.
You mean Ayama and Asuka?
Yes. We stay here because we haven't got just this to do. We also need to help Weslyn in his...
I know, I promised. I just thought I stay back with Eldrin as, like, safety net. Not to leave.
I mean, you can definitely protect them while they get gone, if that is the case. That's possible.
I mean a safety net for you.
If it goes to shit, then we're all going to have to move. And I don't think us being on that ship would be a good idea. We need to draw attention away from that ship so that they can get out and go.
And send it out tomorrow.
Sorry?
Send it out tomorrow.
The boat?
At dawn.
We can't.
Why?
Because we don't technically own those goods on there yet. So we either fulfill the job or make the payment. If we make the payment without even attempting or at least looking to attempt the job, then the people that we have made the deal with are not going to think so kindly about us. And as Hatsu said earlier, that information will spread quicker than we can move.
I can't guarantee that the lore keeper nor her associates trust me enough for what I need to do tomorrow. But I hope that perhaps they will give me a chance to earn that trust.
Like I said, you have tomorrow as you requested. Let me see what we can do from
How's
now on.
Dash doing, actually?
He's alright.
I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today.
Told him how it is.
I mean, how is he doing?
Part of me thinks he knows he's fucked up a bit. But... you know Dash. He uses his bravado to try to pull him through it. Which he might pull off. And if he doesn't, we'll have to try and rescue him, I guess.
Orphans. We have the orphans.
We have to
We
wait
could use the
beast,
orphans
I
as
guess.
distractions, yes. Maybe we could flood the, like,
We
the
don't
hanging
recruit
parade with
kids
the
in our
orphans.
army.
No, but
army,
not recruiting for the
volunteers.
art. Just have them run through the town. Like, just as
We
a
don't
barely
use
kid.
children as human body blocks, no.
It's more distraction.
Yeah, distraction.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to pick up a child as I'm being arrows fired at me and just put them in front of me, is it?
I could make a building explode if that's enough distraction.
I can do that too. I can
No.
fire.
I'm pretty sure Boreal can help with that.
Let's keep that in the back pocket as a possibility.
I want to fire the children.
I want the kids away from such a thing, to be honest.
Well, it was Eldrin and Dash that brought them into it, so, like...
I mean, they
Speak to
just
them
paid
about
for
that.
them, but they didn't make them do things.
Why didn't you get caught, Eldrin? How did that work?
What do you mean? I didn't get
Dash
caught.
got caught.
He
'Cause-
sacrificed himself for Eldrin, but he doesn't feel anything about it.
I never. I am grateful, but I just think it was irresponsible also. He could have not got caught and both of us left the area.
That's true.
From what he said, he didn't really have a choice. By the time it happened, it was already too late.
I understand And there's no argument against that other than he didn't have to go into the building. But again, I understand opportunity was there and took the opportunity. Absolutely. But I wouldn't want anyone to put themselves in harm's way for me, and I wouldn't want to purposefully harm myself for someone when it could have been avoided.
Oh, I would do a lot to save you.
I do a lot to save all of you, but
Look around
if I could save you and avoid hurting myself in the same instance, yes.
Aldrin, we're just sassing you. That's what brothers and sisters do.
I'm not used to that.
This is what Ducky
Don't
does a
have to
lot.
explain yourself at all.
See, it feels like, I know it's not an attack and I know you're assassin, but because you've said you're assassin, but never having siblings and kind of always laying down low and never kind of ripping into people because I don't want to draw attention to myself, and now it's like, haha.
Did you just say, I am assassin?
You move like one, so
That's a little slur in my family, I guess.
oh, I didn't mean to slur. I'm sorry.
He's sassing you.
You're doing it again.
Assassin be assassin. Okay.
Humans do it quite a bit. When they were upstairs and I was down in the undercroft, I used to hear them through the floorboards. That's the thing they do. Taking the...
What would they say?
I don't know, they call it taking the pee out of each other. I thought that was really weird.
Taking...
But apparently it's not.
If you take the pee out of a person, it's just arson, so... I don't get
Like
that.
the author, Orson Welles.
When do you meet up with Delphine, Weslyn?
4 days.
I want to know about that author later, but...
Can we maybe line that all up? Or should we meet Delphine before we do something? Maybe she can help us.
You can. But I press forward on that meeting.
So where do we find Delphine?
She'll be in the woods. As arranged. If the woods allow, our paths will converge.
So there's no specific spot, it's just the woods.
The woods.
So she's gonna find us.
I think we'll find each other, really.
But you're gonna meet her and then proceed with your meeting?
Yes. I set off in 4 days. So whatever's to be done needs to be done before then.
Do you need company for that?
I do not.
Do you wish company for that?
The path I'm about to walk, I cannot guarantee safety on. I don't know what things still lurk along that pathway. I cannot say what still stands or what rites must be done, nor can I administer them myself, for I am not kin.
I
So
walk with the
can't
bee. I'm not
even be
afraid.
not kin. No
So
offense.
essentially,
Yes, Amy?
She gives a little scowl at that. So in essence, we'll be doing what we've been doing the last 6 months together.
Lying by the wind.
Blindly and fixing the situation.
I don't know. For there are no stories nor songs that cover the scenario in which I am about to embark. And if you come with me, you are bound by the same laws.
As long as Hatsu's family don't mind taking the boat back to the Pearl with the teacher, I would hope.
Asuka knows the importance of the boat, so does Ayame. I'm pretty sure they're happy to prolong.
Then there's no issue of us coming with you.
I will not stop you, but I don't recommend it.
Honestly, I haven't recommended anything since I left my hometown.
And I never took anything from someone.
Stealing is bad.
No, a friend advised me to not walk on the waters and take stuff from people.
That's good advice.
Exactly. But that friend died a long time ago. But he came back eventually.
Oh.
Also, I have died more times than there are stars in the sky.
Wait,
I
what?
think most of the stars we see are already dead, Weslyn. So it's fine.
An apt metaphor, don't you think?
Hold up.
That's the circle.
Who's bringing you back to life?
It's
It's a metaphor.
it's a metaphysical life, not a real life.
Okay.
Ask her question, Aldrin.
Is this why Weslyn's wise but not? He's young.
wise.
Yeah, he's very wise for very young.
You don't need to be old to be wise.
I'm not
Cats
ageist.
are very wise,
Idiots.
but they only live like 12 years.
As Eos knows, you don't judge a book by the cover, I guess.
Not only that, if he's lived as many lifetimes as the stars, then he's lived a much, much, much longer life than his body shows.
It's crazy.
So that's nothing more than a
1.2.
physical manifestation.
Yeah.
Again, not judging a book by its cover.
Yeah. Okay. I guess my question's been answered. He's old up here, but in here he's
Young at heart.
young and youthful. Okay.
You are allowed to believe that, yeah.
Allowed to. Okay.
Whereas you, Aldrin, seem to be the complete opposite.
You old
Yeah,
at heart,
sometimes-
Aldrin?
What? No.
Get that checked out.
Wait.
They stopped using leeches recently.
For what?
Bloodletting.
Bloodletting.
Yeah.
No. Ugh. Just. No.
Now they have this like metal rod that they boil in the water before they put it in you, and then they measure your bodily fluids against how the measurements should be. And apparently there's 9 different things. And
Yeah, just check your vitals.
you have to balance the. Okay.
Some people have to go
You-
for the more physical amendments. They don't have the ability to hire people such as yourself.
How did people heal and mend things? Like, how did people heal themselves when you were younger, Eos?
I mean,
When
my mom had to
what
find a
year
very
was it when
specific
you-
doctor who couldn't actually see to look at me when I was born. That took a while. It was actually a recommendation from Old Man and Wes in the village of an old blind doctor, but yeah.
So, wait, you're saying that blind Weslyn?
Was it No, Old Man Wes he was the one who recommended the blind doctor. He knew him when he was younger.
But he was blind.
Yeah.
Also,
Was it
so
skin
he
colour
knew
and
a
ears?
blind doctor.
No, the doctor was blind, not the old man Weslyn.
Thank you. Although Old Man Wes was blind until Eldrin cured the blindness.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
And he
there
must
just
have gone blind afterwards then, obviously.
Quite possibly, yeah.
there's something in the water
Absolutely.
around there. They're all going blind.
It's actually quite nice. There's not much limescale.
The lime scale's making the people blind.
We don't have limescale in my area.
Actually, since you're a doctor, Aldrin, I heard a rumor if you touch yourself too much, you also get blind. Is that true?
Yes, confirmed.
So, old Weslyn was addicted to himself and that made him blind?
You know,
It also explains why Eldrin wears goggles.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Eldrin, is that why you have the pauldron on one arm? Because it's really sore.
it's actually a tactic I learned during training.
What kind of
It's,
training?
The stranger?
Yeah, they. How do you know that? Do they?
I don't understand. What is the stranger?
Why do you want to touch yourself so much?
So you asked the stranger to touch you?
No, you just like sit on your arm, it goes numb, and then.
You what?
Heyo.
Wow, look at that. So it seems like we've come to a sort of impasse
Oh, the voice in the
in the
sky. is a crack.
conversation. Meanwhile, while the group figures out what they want to do next on the next leg of their journey, I'm going to switch over to Dash. And we'll see what it is that he has to say for himself. Dash.
So yeah, you just sit on your arm until it goes numb, and
Switch back to the others. Where's the reverse button on this thing? You take your time sneaking through the streets, trying to find a safe haven. When you reach the back of a familiar tavern, the floor is moved, you're lowered inside, and you meet someone who's lurking in the shadows. You turn to speak to the others who helped you escape, but they're gone. Seems like you got yourself in some trouble.
it seems like you have a audacious ability to get people out of trouble.
Not for free.
Nothing in this world is free.
The price is simply a favor. You owe me one.
Take a number.
I shall. And when I call for that, expect an answer.
On my word.
I know.
How did you come by that poster? I was not yet aware they had decided my fate.
It was something they were working on while you were casually napping in the back.
For how long? Just this evening?
Just this evening. To the best of my knowledge. Unless you've encountered this group before and they had a particularly set cause for you.
No. First time, I'd hoped my tales were sharper than they turned out to be.
Yes. You have some powerful enemies.
Nothing new there. I'd hoped to turn them to powerful friends, but I'll need to rethink my approaches.
Yes.
Why did you get me out?
Well, it helps to have advantageous people in your pocket. As you look towards him, it's very hard to make out his face. You can hear his voice, but it's very hard to make anything else really out. It's almost like, I don't want to say he's like a living shadow, because he's not. He is interacted with the light and stuff, but he's very good at hiding himself, as he needs to. A good quality to have. But just for chat and people watching this on YouTube and stuff, this is someone you met. I don't know, did you actually meet them? I'm not sure if you've met them. I know Amaedrianna has a lot, though. This is Vale from...
Dash hasn't, no.
Dash hasn't, okay. This is your first time meeting Vale, but based on probably context, I would imagine you would be aware of who this is. Considering you walked through this tavern and everything to get here, I'm pretty sure that you can put the pieces together.
Yeah. How quickly can you get communication to Balparoth?
Quickly.
Can you get a message to my mother?
When you're in a mountain of debt, is it wise to keep piling on?
As part of my tall tales, I had to give a name, and alas, my mother's was one of them. I'd rather try get her out quickly.
I'll do this for you in exchange for some information.
What information?
How is it you found yourself traveling with such a close connection to the Archon?
Happenstance. Why?
If you want me to send a letter for your mother, I'm going to need a little bit more than happenstance.
I'm going to need your angle here, because there's not a whole lot more to it than that.
Call it morbid curiosity. It's not normal.
It wasn't intentional, if that's what you mean. We just happened to have aligned destinations more so than anything.
So you ran into them, explained where you're going, and they were like, hey, me too.
Effectively.
I just think... I know the Archon's work. And I don't think they would have ended up in your situation. So I mean this not offensively. What you did at the museum was very impressive, but how did you end up traveling with someone as valuable as that and not using that to your leverage? It's not my place to judge, but it is my place to question and to learn.
I don't like to use people who have a good heart. And there is more to her than her connection to the Archon. So I see her as a friend. It's as innocent as that, really. I want the best for her, and I'll do what I can to make that happen.
It's a good answer, but
I understand your skepticism. Running in the circles you do. It took me quite some time to come to this realization myself, coming from the circles that I have run in.
well, you either find yourself running in circles usually of peers, people like you, or people who can lend to you in a way that's beneficial for both. But the group you seem to travel with don't seem to have any adhesion.
It's chaos with a general direction. We all kind of want what's best for each other. It's very much like a family.
Then why was I the one to get you out?
Because I told them not to. I was trying to play the angle that I was there to benefit the king. And I told them if I were to be broken out, that would ruin my story entirely. I wasn't aware they'd already decided my fate. If I had, it would have been a very different situation.
Very few people would come out of a situation like that favorably.
Talking is all I've ever really been good at, but it appears I've lost my spark, but to a degree, but it did at least buy me time, it seems.
I know your name, as it was on the poster, Dash Heidman. But I would offer you mine. My name is Lucien Vale.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Though I feel as if I know you already.
I do not offer my name lightly. We saw what you did. How easily and effortlessly you got into that museum with the most minor of distractions. I think with a little bit of training, you could be as sharp as the daggers on your belt.
I feel luck was very much on my side last night. I cannot attribute that to skill.
All we do is take advantage of luck. Having the skill to see when luck is opportunistic. That is the skill you require, and you have it.
Forgive me, I'm not accustomed to compliments. Not genuine ones, at least. I appreciate it.
What would it take to hire you? To bring you into our group? We can offer you training, a home, a good income, and far less risk.
Not quite sure you could match my ambition.
Our ambition is quite far-reaching.
Would you see the king dead at his throne?
Okay, our ambitions do not align. king is quite valuable as a resource. The king keeps things moving. As long as there are trade routes and important letters and documents and a monarchy.
And people in hiding.
We're always in hiding.
I envisage a future where my children can walk freely. I don't want them to lead the life I have had to lead. Nor Anna, nor you, Lucian. You shouldn't have to do this work. As good as we are at it, I want them to be able to be doctors and lawmakers and academics.
If you want them to go into lawmaking and being lawyers, then I guess it adds up to you being a criminal.
I know my ambition might be a fantasy. Might be the dreams of a young man. But I truly believe those who believe they can change the world and those who believe they don't are both right. So I do what I can to make that happen. That's why I'm with this group. I believe they have the tools for more than high-end thievery. I believe they can be the catalyst for real change.
Do you know why art is so sought after in our profession? When an artist takes the time to make every brushstroke perfect in their own eyes, and even when they don't achieve what they would see as perfection, others see what the intention was, and in there they see what the true vision of the artist truly was. Like that, we are all a work of art painted from all the lives that have brushed ours. So if you want to see that dream realized with your kids, and with your family, and with your companions, it is not merely dream and ambition, it's the vision you see, the painting before you. I can see it clearly through your words.
I'd be very happy to work with you when opportunity aligns, but I shan't leave my party for you.
Then how can we help you? And what can we do for you?
You're already doing it. We have people that rely on us. We need to get that ship to them with all the supplies you've loaded. And then we'll try to uphold our end of the deal.
That should be done in about 2 or 3 more days. And I know you'll all hold up your end of the deal. I know who you're working with. If you get seen in this city again, you will have the entire might of the king raining down on you. What was an elusive wanted poster to celebrate an execution shall probably now become one of notoriety.
Not the cards I'd hoped to be dealt, but ones I'll play nonetheless. There's always a way to turn anything like this to an advantage. That failed me this evening, but I still believe it. The full might of the king, you say? Sounds like a good distraction.
It can get problematic when you're trying to get in and out of well-known places. As you know, Palperoth alone has its own entire entry system.
I can hide myself well enough.
I know your name, and I can't place why. Why is Heidman so familiar?
You may know my father, Marcus.
Though you can't see a silhouette on his face, I'm still going to give you an insight check on this, but I won't give you disadvantage. But I will also not give you advantage.
That is a 12.
Hard to tell, but there's a long silence between when he heard that name and talks next. You have a few days left in this place. Make use of the inn, but I would advise that you also make use of the tunnels beneath it. Walking the streets is not going to be a good option for you.
Dash will reach out to shake his hand.
He won't return it, but it doesn't look like it's a sign of disrespect. It's more a sign of keeping cards close to his chest. He has his arms crossed and he doesn't uncross them, but he does nod towards you. We will call in on that favor, Mr. Heidman.
Why do I get the sense that's not the first time you've said that sentence?
There's another long silence. You can have a second insight check if you want.
Why not? That is a 12 again. I'm not getting any more. Goddamn, the dice will give what the dice will give.
It's the best part of D&D, man.
Absolutely.
Mr. Heidman, if you're ever in search of training, come to us. We see your potential.
But I just take you up on that.
I must advise, warning. One more slip up like that and you'll be greeted by nothing more than a noose.
It's not the first time I've heard that sentence. Take care, Lucian. I'll see you before we leave.
Very well. The stairwell descends again so that you may leave, and you turn around and he's already moved back in towards the shadows, and it's just flush.
You might hear Dash just kind of whisper slightly louder than he anticipated. It's so fucking cool. Yeah, then Dash will make his way to the party as stealthily as possible, I guess.
You head out of the tavern, around the corner, over to the inn, up the stairs, and you rejoin your party.
I'd like to, if entirely possible, get in there without them knowing.
You can make a stealth check and see if it's higher than Amaedrianna's perception, sure. If you want to be crazy like that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and Hatsu, sorry, and Hatsu's perception. Apologies.
Wes was got a pretty high one as well.
That is a dirty 20.
Nope.
You all have high perceptions, but Dash is just a little bit more quiet. You come in and you... Oh, fuck. You come in and you hear the party talking about what they talked about as we left them.
So how can a numb arm be a stranger?
No, we get the orphans to dig under the prison.
That is not a segue of conversation where we're talking about numb arms and things, and then you go to orphans.
Segue?
You did bring the kids in.
What's a
I didn't
segue?
talk about kids.
So Dash is going to sneak up to Hatsu. I told you I wouldn't miss training, Hatsu-san.
I never doubted. How you doing?
Well, I was due to be executed tomorrow, so I'm much better than what I anticipated. Sorry, guys. Timeline changed. They'll help me
So
out.
your meal prepping is over.
Unfortunately, didn't play out as I'd hoped.
And it looks
How
like
did
the
you-
king didn't like your dish.
Not sure the kings even know where the dish was made.
How did you get out?
Fail.
Why?
They were watching.
Why?
Curiosity, I gather.
He wanted nothing else from you?
He wants to know how I ended up traveling with you. And why.
What'd you say?
I said because I want the best for you. All of you.
It doesn't explain how.
Oh, the how was pure luck. I'm not quite sure that she could wrap his head around that part.
You know,
Anyway. Sorry, Eldrin.
I think it was mighty fucking dumb of you to go in there in the first place. But I have to say, I appreciate that your first priority was to keep me safe. And I'll give him a hug.
He'll return it back and just give a shush to George Michael in the background who starts to play the saxophone.
Carelessly whispering in the corner.
He is not whispering anything.
If they're watching, then why don't they do the job themselves?
I don't think they believe in themselves, to be quite honest.
Just seems strange to me.
They said they'd sent in several different groups to try and do this, and each had failed.
So they've sent in several different groups. Why on earth was security at the museum still so tight? So lax, should I say?
Because so many groups failed. Obviously was working.
Makes sense.
You need to speak to the Lord Keeper. You can learn more then. Potentially. When do you plan to carry out your heist?
In 4 days' time. And she's going to look at all the group and just very slowly, like, shake her head. Like, take from what you want. But she says 4 days, like, as a over-embellished statement, and shakes her head towards you guys.
So don't fuck anything up before then?
He was just stares. 4 days. That's great.
I leave in 4 days. Do you really want to do it the day I leave? What if there's complications?
I'll
With
explain
us.
the plan to you later on, Weslyn. It's fine.
I'm going regardless. I want to make that very clear.
I know.
I stayed for Saigo Notoshi because it was important and I promised. But I'm telling you I will leave. on the 4th day.
I'm gonna leave with you, Weslyn, I promise you. Don't worry. It's gonna be fine.
I'm not worried. Simply stating a fact.
I walk up to Weslyn and lean in real close to him and whisper in wild speak, I do not trust this room. Give no info.
And then while speaking returns, you will have to tell me how you speak this tongue. And soon. It's very important.
I whisper back and just say in the same thing and just say, I knew it from birth.
What season was your mother born?
You'll have to ask her.
Did she not tell you?
All I ever needed to know about my mother was that she loved me.
Does she still live?
She does.
I will agree to these terms, but you must take me to her. I wish to speak with her. In this tongue.
I don't know if she knows this tongue. She's never spoken to me in it. No. I knew it from birth.
You were born with it.
I don't ever remember a time I didn't know this. And I was never spoken to in this tongue.
Show me your face.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Show you my face?
Yes. Not the one I see in your dreams, but the face. Is it like mine?
No. I'm more akin to Eos than I am of you.
The language you speak is not one they speak these days. I find it very strange. And you speak it upon birth.
Your other self was not so shocked.
I'm much more skeptical now that I'm aware of where I am. Anchors can only work so much. I have much more clarity in what direction I'm going. I understand what is mostly real and what is not. You speak very close to the root stone. And in an older time, that would have led you to a boat. And if a tongue comes to you innately like this, surely it would have. You're dealing with ancient things, Amaedrianna. And even I shouldn't be speaking it freely here. Especially in this place. And you're right, the walls do have ears, and they've heard us.
She just sits quietly for a minute.
You'll understand when you see the stone.
I don't know if you're aware, but we can't understand what you're saying.
We were talking about the forest.
Interesting.
the law.
So it's the language of the woods that you speak in.
No.
Dash.
Again, once spoke it.
I'd
Did
love
you
to
know
know
when-
more about that.
Spoke that.
Time, I will tell you.
Hi.
Repeat yourself there, Eldrin. Sorry.
I was just saying, Dash. Did you know Weslyn could talk like that? To
I
Amaedrianna.
think so.
Never heard that
I
before.
feel like it's come up
Or it's
before you joined us.
Those of you who have heard those words. When we are in the woods, do not repeat any of them. Say not a word in that language.
Couldn't if I wanted to be quite honest.
yeah.
Hatsu would speak out loud in Seraphic, looks over to Adrian and says, "Looks like they have a secret language."
Eos's ears peek up and she looks directly at Hatsu. And then Eldrin.
Eldrin just looks and just goes,
That's interesting, Eos. I didn't know. Minerva?
We can read it. I know the 2 other languages apart from that.
We've never talked about that. This is so interesting. I learned it from the bee.
So everyone speaks another language, Dash says in Lunas.
What's wrong with you, Dash? You okay?
Eldrin again is just going to go,
I reply and say, I speak many different languages.
Me too.
Interesting.
I'm just going to start sign languaging.
Dash would reply in sign language.
I'm just going to be like, oh shit,
Bro,
we're taking the hands.
So,
Oh,
if we
God.
want to keep stuff under the radar, maybe we should find one language that we all have in common besides common.
Eos says in quick talk. Do you speak quick talk?
Whoa, slow down.
What is quick talk?
She's
It's another
scatting.
language. And she goes, okay, I guess you don't speak that one.
I just turn to like look at everyone as I start speaking halfling. And I'm like,
Halfling is quick talk.
so. Oh shit! Okay, so I turn around
Website
and
for
like,
more information.
well,
Not to keep up with.
a lot to keep up with. Exactly. I just start rambling full Kyle speed, and I'm like, "Oh, cool, secret language, woo!"
Eos just nods. She's like, yeah, that's what I spoke in, Eldrin, but you didn't respond.
It's kind of a not a language barrier, but it's like your accent kind of threw me off.
Right.
You live closer
Heavy
to
accent.
than I do.
Is that like you're speaking Jamaican as a white person? Like, what are you trying to say? Like,
White people can speak
Basically.
And Hatsu would look over to Eos and he would tilt his head a little bit, and for everyone it would sound like he would do like a monk prayer thing, like very deep, and he would talk to Eos in Abyssal, and he
She
would
speak-
ask
Does she
Nether
speak?
chant. She doesn't know that one.
Nether
that
chant?
deep.
but sorry, what is that for the people that know the new languages?
Nether chant.
It's Abyssal. Another chant, yeah.
So just for context on why they're talking about the D&D term and the normal term, I say normal in our campaign, I had changed some of the core languages to languages that exist in this world. And the easiest way to do that was just link it to the D&D ones because their D&D Beyond sheets had D&D languages. So there's a list that we have that goes from both. I want to say that's on the website. I don't know if it is, but we can probably get it up there for what the conversion is. There's a ton of them.
Yeah. And the currencies and seasons and yeah.
Yeah, I should probably
So what was it?
try and get that on the website. Yeah.
What was it that Hatsu said?
Nether chant, I believe.
I guess nobody has said it. It's another chant.
No, but what did
But
you
for the-
say?
Just for the curiosity of chat.
nobody knows.
Okay.
Well,
Nobody
they
knows.
might, dude. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, he was looking at EOS and he was basically saying even deeper.
And
That's all he
you'll
said.
hear a growl come from Amaedrianna as she says, "How deep do you want to go?"
All the way.
Oh, look, the saxophone's playing again.
This is, I cannot believe we're nearly at session 90 and this is the first time this has come up.
I feel like it's come out before.
And
Okay, I just want to point out.
he would look at Amaedrianna like that center, and he would say, "Now we not only blood brothers and sisters, I guess. Think there's more."
She just nods.
And that's why Remington did put us together.
I answer back and say, in never chant, and say, I'm starting to think there's a much bigger reason why we're all together.
Aye.
Anyone else want to try and show off some talents? I just want to point out as well quickly, you just said about we're nearly, 90 episodes in? And this is the first time we talked about languages. Our previous campaign that Roper also DM'd, we ran that for 4.5 years.
Yeah.
Never ever had this discussion. Never.
Nope.
Not once.
Nope.
We're learning. I don't think I ever even used Druidic as my druid in our last campaign, to be fair.
Io starts writing out her final language, which is runic. So she puts on little symbols of runes. And she shows it to the class. This is what I speak to Ducky in.
Well, it looks pretty cool.
I'd assume
Just
I'd
a-
know
just
some of
a-
the runes, but maybe not the context of the sentencing. Is that fair to say, Roper?
Runic is undercommon.
Runic is like a.
Oh,
It's-
maybe not then, okay.
It's like,
I thought it was literally runic, sorry.
yeah, like it's a little bit different. So it's not runic as in like spellcraft. It's more like the
Right,
arcane.
yeah.
It's runic as in, it's like. We'll attribute it to, do you know when you see those classical books? We have a really cool one in Trinity here actually in Dublin, but like the classic books that are written in this very old style of writing of English where it's like, it looks like English,
Old
but it's like
English.
really old English and beautiful. It's almost like a
Yeah.
variation of calligraphy, almost mixed with some Celtic design and stuff. In my head,
gorgeous.
that's runic. And so the way EOS communicates that is because it's a written language, is she puts those images mentally into Ducky's head, and Ducky has the ability to understand it using her magic. So it's kind of a communication path that she has that's specific to that. I think that's where we went with that anyway, Roy.
Yeah, that's where we went with it, yeah. But it's undercommon for the non-Wandering Isles people.
For the masses.
Yeah.
For the ordinary folk.
Io speaks Seraphic, Quick Talk, Everyday, and Runic. Those are her 4 languages.
Does anyone else say any others?
Yeah. You would hear Hatsu talk in a weird accent that would sound like the voice of a tiny person.
Time he speaks, what is it?
And
chatter?
he would say, "Well, that's not it," in Iron Script.
When
Here
he's
I was thinking learning one extra language was impressive. You guys are
I
mind-boggling.
think that comes with recon training. At least some of it. It's way easier to get around if you speak more languages, I guess.
It's easier for books.
That's true.
And I didn't have the choice, I had to learn it. My teachers were very forceful.
Fair enough.
where did you learn it? In Saganatoshi or like?
No, at a little pony ranch outside town.
Assassin. I have a quick question regarding the Iron script when he spoke it. Would I have ever heard any sound like that previously?
Oh, hell yeah. That is very common tongue in Bricksunder. I don't know if that would be something that you picked up. I don't know if it's on your sheet, but it's definitely something that would be enough that you would have like maybe the child's version of that very basic stuff that you learned in school, but you probably didn't take much interest in. So I wouldn't say you're proficient in, but it's like a passive language you kind of know a few words of. Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of a, my ear would hear it, or my ear, I'd hear it and like, oh, I know what that is, kind of thing. Cool. Thank you.
So, Amaedrianna.
Amaedrianna. What season were you born in?
I was born in the spring.
You can't tell from her name.
No. Amaedrianna led no blade of wrath rests in their hands. Mercy is their covenant.
Are you trying to
Tomorrow-
say I'm a witch?
I'm trying to tell you that you're springborn like myself. Tomorrow, if you know someone who can provide them for you, you will need bread, wine, and iron for the journey. It will protect you as someone who speaks the tongue.
I was born in winter. What do I have to bring?
You do not speak the tongue as far as I know, but winter are the ones who cast the lots. They are the ones who hunt, who fish the witch waters, who dig the graves, who wander in the bogrest wood. They stand between our world and the other. They perform the rites of death and choose those among us in times of great hunger who will go, lest their name is erased.
So, have to sacrifice a living creature.
The death is for the kin, and the lots are drawn. There must be a balance of mouths when times are lean. Few are permitted to kill, but the Winterborn may, as may the summer.
Aye.
We know about spring and winter. What about summer and autumn? What's specific for them?
Summer are the builders. Summer are the warriors, the protectors, the digger of wells and the builder of fences, the workers of metal. And autumn are the harbingers of balance, those who count and strike deals and witness. Law speakers, those who are allowed to carve on stone.
Hmm.
I will need to know this of you. Should you accompany me into the woods, for where we are going, these laws still stand.
Okay. Interesting.
Do any of the rest of you speak the tongue of root and stone?
Mm-mm.
No.
And only you, Amy, and Amaedrianna, only you need bread, wine, and iron.
I shall get it the morning before we go. Make sure it keeps during our journey.
Do not buy it. It must be given to you. And ensure that they do not watch you walk away.
I can give you those and turn my back.
You can't come with us if you're the one to give it.
These rules are complicated.
They are the law for a reason.
Can they be asked for?
Yes?
So, may I have
By
wine?
buying it, you're asking for it.
To be given freely.
Ah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
These are rights older than myself.
I'm sure we could find someone to give it freely.
I feel like an autumn person thought of these rules. You said they were the...
They are the law speakers.
So that settles it. The rule maker is an autumn person. And if they were summer, they would just build a castle or something. But now you have rules. Is that how it works?
The rights will always be, and the rights will continue to be until the last kin is dust.
In a different language, again, from the rest of these that have happened, Amaedrianna says, "We better get some rest. Tomorrow is a long day." And then she repeats it in common.
Yeah. I still need to get my training in, but I'll rest after.
You will not see me tomorrow. Just as a warning. So that you don't find yourself in jail again, Dash.
Appreciate the heads up.
I'll be okay.
Where are you going?
I've told you. I'm meeting with the lore keeper. Perhaps their associates.
Yes.
And they require me to be away for a little bit.
Okay.
Don't come looking for me. I'll be alright. And if I'm not, I'll let you know. In the evening.
Okay. Noted.
It's more for Dash than anything.
Ah.
I'll be alright.
I trust you.
I hope you do now.
I did before. Didn't trust those that happened to be around you.
I'll be alright, Dash.
Okay.
Well, good night, everyone. Get your training in, do whatever you need to do. Weslyn, good luck
Yes.
tomorrow.
Thank you. We should speak more on this.
We shall.
We'll have an opportunity in a few days.
She'll hold out her hand to grab Weslyn to like kind of essentially pull him up out of the chair.
Mm-hmm.
He'll allow it.
He pulls him up and says, "Good night then." Taps you on the shoulder and walks away. There is, however, a note in your hand.
He will keep that concealed for the moment. But when he's able to read that in privacy, he will.
In a moment, we'll end today's session. And I think it would be apt to end it with the opening of that note, if that's okay with both of you.
Sure.
Those of you who are taking a short rest, because that's how we do it in Gritty Realism, this will be a safe night. You may mark off a short rest, recoup spell slots, the HP if you need it, whatever you need to do. You know the rules, you know how it works at this point, so you can fire ahead. If you're uncertain, just wait and I can answer your questions then after the session. But in the meantime, go ahead. But for the moment, Amaedrianna, if you want to address the note there.
So once Weslyn opens it, written in wild speak will be the words, "Let no man carve when the earth lies frozen. Let no name be spoken when none may answer. Let the law rest in winter's keeping, for only in silence is it made whole again."
While he doesn't enter her dreams at night, he does spend time in its periphery. The dreams of the Winterborn are not his, nor are they for his eyes. That is what he does that evening. Instead of embarking to other dreams, to other persons on his list, just in the periphery, not really about Amaedrianna herself, but of the forces that may be around her, and of the movement of the waters that neither of them may have seen before or may yet be aware of. But it is for certain that things are moving, and the tide is beginning to swell.
This brings an end to the 24th of Seer Peak. All this talk of speak. The morning rolls in. One day closer to a heist. One day closer to a meeting. And one day closer to a leg of a journey that'll bring you to places none of you have been. But that's still 3 more days to get in trouble. Think ahead, plan accordingly, and for once may the dice be in your favor. Thank you for joining us tonight for The Wandering Isles. Ooh. These sessions fly by, man. We appreciate it.
Side note, shout out to any woman that wears a jumpsuit on a night out and manages to go to the toilet in it. This is ridiculous.
At least it has pockets, man.
It doesn't have pockets.
Oh, yeah. No,
like, how do you
shout
live
out to
like
any woman.
Who'd have thought orange is the new ginger?
Oh, amazing.
Wow.
How, what were you going to say? You find it interesting? What were you going to say?
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say I find it interesting that this Weslyn is bothered by the fact Amaedrianna can speak it, but the other one wasn't. I do find that very interesting.
Yeah, man.
I mean, for the last Weslyn, it was just a dream, right? You're not that bothered from the dream. But now he kind of accepts that it's real, and he tries to keep his head around, I guess. Like, how does she speak it? The fuck?
I'm sure over the coming seasons, Weslyn's going to want some answers. And I'm looking forward to him finding them.
I think this warrants a Kyle De Niro face.
We're all watching you. Every viewer, everybody in the comments, every video.
Yeah, we're all just looking for you. What are you doing? Come on.
I just want your Robert De Niro face.
No, I'm not doing anything. You like just throw me under the bus and be like, oh, you do your Robert De Niro face.
To be fair, I want the Robert De Niro face. For those of you playing Crimson Desert tomorrow, I wish you luck because it's going to be a busy week for you guys. It's a good week. Good releases. I'm not 100% sure if any of us are streaming that. We'll have a conversation about it, but I do know that Rhino is streaming on twitch.tv/derangedrhino. If we can get someone to put that in chat. I do know that Rory has been streaming a lot on our channel, and thank you so much. So those of you who've hung out in chat as well, I've seen it very active, so it's really cool.
Good.
Make sure you guys check it out. The Wandering Isles is not our only content. We're working on stuff. We're trying. Is there anything I'm forgetting here? Kian, you have been doing a lot of personal training and stuff like that, which is why you're too swole to move your big old biceps through that thing. It just like rips. Y'all should check it out.
If I stretch it anymore, genuinely, it will actually rip because this is very tight.
He sometimes
This is what the
streams.
people came for.
This is the only reason I'm here. The twitch.tv/King Griffin. If you do want to follow him, you can. But also check out his TikTok because that's where all the fun stuff really is.
That's where I got my titties out.
Oh, Lord.
Get us banned in the last 30 seconds of stream, man. Check out his TikTok. I think it's just King Griffin as well, right? It's just King Griffin?
King Griffin FM.
Of course it is.
Not radio, Football Manager.
It's got his social number afterwards as well.
I do, yes.
Is that backwards? That's backwards. That makes no sense. All right, cool. that wasn't the thing. That's his merch. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We love you. Any last words of wisdom before we get the fuck out of here?
Oh, you're right.
Buy our merch. I don't know. Just aggressively.
Buy Tempestuous beard.
Merch.
All right. We're gonna. Go ahead.
We need the money for D&D on a boat.
D&D on a boat.
Yes.
That is one of our many plans. Deep in the future, and if it ever comes to a point where we can afford such a thing, and we haven't done it yet, please remind us. No, I don't think John will forget. John, I don't think you're actually with us for the next 2 weeks. Is that right?
Just one.
Sorry, 1 week.
That's right. See Weslyn tomorrow. I will be bear-towning my way into work across the planet.
I'll be kidnapping your dog.
You will be. He's actually more like kidnapping you.
I'm pretty sure my dog is kidnapping your dog. I think that's how this is happening because she loves him very much.
Your cat is gonna keep both of them hostage.
She's keeping me hostage. She's sitting beside me. At some point, I wasn't on camera, thankfully. At some point, like I was just sort of casually sitting here enjoying the moment, and I just got absolutely mauled by the cat. She just came in my leg. I'm actually pretty sure she got blood. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Mindari. It appears to be their 7-year streamiversary celebration. 7 days for 7 years. I don't know what that means they're doing, but their microphone is really cool. Looks like a mushroom, and they seem super, like, the background is all nice, and they seem super artsy, crafty kind of stuff. Send them our love. Say happy anniversary. Be super nice to them because they look like super nice folk. So let's be kind. As always, join our Discord and social stuff.
Buy merch.
You okay there, Ken? You kind of freezing.
Please buy our
I gotta click the raid button. There it is. It's gone. I'm trying to remember everything because you guys always do this so well, and I'm just like, there's stuff. I need a list.
Also socials, catch up on YouTube, and we will see you here next week.
You just think about the dog. That's all.
I don't have to be here. That was great. I'm out of here. Whee!
My God.
What's that, Ryan?
I said screw you podcast.
Oh yeah, if we forget the podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
All right.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Enjoy the raid, guys. Orc raid. Thank you so much. We love you. Goodbye.
Multi-orc.
Hooray, free my dog.
Wait, what?
Wait.